Okay, so we have a chemistry question that says draw the electronic structure for sodium chloride. Okay, you need to understand that when they say electronic structure, these are structures showing the distribution of electrons in their shells. Okay, now you must understand that here we are talking at what we call ionic bonding. Ionic bonding is just a bonding between a metal and a non-metal. In simple terms, it involves the transfer of electrons. Okay, now you must understand that for you to draw the electronic structure, the first step is you need to write the chemical formula. So now here you're given sodium, so you write sodium, which is N. You have seen. Now sodium is found in group 1, meaning there's a valency of 1. Now we have chloride, meaning chlorine, which is this one. Now chlorine is found in group 7 and it has a valence of what? 1. It is there. So this K1 which is here will come there. This K1 will come there. So meaning that the chemical formula will be like this. So meaning that here there is 1, even there is 1. So what does this mean? This simply means within this substance there is 1 atom for sodium, 1 atom for chlorine there. Okay, I hope you are following. Now before I continue, the next step is you need to know that sodium is a metal. Now all the metals, they do what? They lose electrons. Don't forget this point. All metals, they lose electrons, while all non-metals, they do what? They gain electron. The next step is, now if you check on your periodic table, you will see that sodium has an atomic number of what? 11. So now we're supposed to break this 11 into this format. Why? Because electron distribution in their shell, they follow these numbers. So meaning that we're supposed to break this 11 into this form. So it will be 2. So meaning out of 11 I've removed 2. Again I can remove 8 based on these numbers. So what is remaining? 1. So here I'm going to remain with 2 plus 8 plus 1, which is what? 11. You have seen? So I've broken down this 11 into this format following this number here. Now we go to what? To chlorine here. So now chlorine, if you check on your periodic table, it has how many atomic number? It has what? 17. Now we need to break this 17. Again we do the same. We write 2, we put 8, and then we put what? 7. So that when we add 2 plus 8 plus 7, it's going to give me 17 there. I hope you are following. The next step now is this. Now, since we know to say metals, they're supposed to lose 1 electron, that simply means that the last number 1 is supposed to be given or transferred to this one. Now, this simply means that when you draw the electronic structure, you start with the 1 for metal. So now, how many shells are there? 1, 2. So you draw like this, 1, 2. So this is for metal, for sodium, which is a metal. So the first shell, 2 electrons, like this. The next shell, you put what? 8, like this. I hope you are following. Now this is the first shell for sodium, this one. Now this one which has been lost here, you put a plus. It means that this one, it is this one. Now here you put a what? You put again another shell. Now for this one, you're supposed to draw the shell for what? For chlorine. So how many shells are there? 1, 2, 3. So now plus this K1 should be given to 7 there. So we draw like this, there. I hope you are following. Now the one which has been gained by this one, you put a negative there. So chlorine, so these two, you put 2 shells, like these 2 electrons. Here now there's 8, you put 8 like this, you put 8 like this. The last one here, there's 7. Now plus that K1 which has been gained. Now this K1 which has been gained, you put what? X. Why? It is coming from sodium. Then you put a dot, and then even here a dot, even there a dot, even there a dot. So this is the answer.